Our presentation is on seniors.
Physiological changes. So in seniors, there are going to be quite a few physiological changes, but the most common ones will be muscle atrophy, which is pretty much just a breakdown of and weakening of muscles in the body. They're going to have more brittle bones due to their bone density being a lot lower as they age, and weaker grip strength due to loss of cartilage in the fingers.
So some anatomical changes. The muscles, tendons, and joints of seniors will lose strength and flexibility. Their skin becomes dry and brittle. Their hair begins to thin and turn gray. And because of the slowing speed of their metabolism, combined with a decrease in physical activity, seniors may begin to experience weight gain. As we age, changes to our bone structure occur. They begin to shrink in size and slowly lose their density. Until about age 25, our bone-building cells, or osteoblasts, outpace our bone-destroying cells, or osteoclasts, so our bone density increases. Between the ages of 25 and 50, the bone-building and bone-destroying processes even out, so our bodies are able to maintain the bone density that it has built up. But after about age 50, the osteoclasts begin to outpace the osteoblasts, and we start to lose bone density. This loss of bone density makes seniors more susceptible to fractures and breaks.
So next, some of the contraindications. So contraindications for seniors would be risk of falls, poor stability, unable to get up from a lying down position, or unable to grip things strongly. So in a gym setting, these could all be very important to look out for because, like I said earlier, they do have brittle bones. So a fall from a standing position, or if they have weights and fall, could seriously injure them. And so if you're unable to get up from a lying down position, could be difficult because if you put them down in a lying position to do a stretch or anything and they can't get back up, that could be very difficult to get them back on their feet and progress with the workout. And unable to grip things strongly, which could make it very hard to use free weights at the beginning if they're not able to securely hold on to those type of weights.
CSEP recommends 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous aerobic activity per week. Moderate activities could include brisk walking and cycling, and vigorous activities could include swimming and singles tennis. CSEP also recommends muscle strengthening activities twice a week. Light dumbbell strength training works wonders for seniors. It has been shown to alleviate symptoms of diabetes, osteoporosis, back pain, depression, as well as keeping their weight in check. Other effective training options for seniors include water aerobics, resistance band workouts, bodyweight workouts, and Pilates.
When developing an activity plan for seniors, we have to make sure that we get the most information about their health as possible due to the large variety of illnesses, pains, past injuries that we can consider before we can think about exercise. With that said, making sure we have some knowledge on the past family illnesses, so genetic issues like type 1 or 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, or osteoarthritis. When it comes to teaching the knowledge on why we are making the activity or fitness plan and the benefits of exercising, we need to be able to present the information being told in a way that is not too boring for them and is not alarming, getting their blood pressure going. We just need to be able to spread the information in a way that they can enjoy doing it. Having that said, when having the seniors doing their warm-ups, cool-downs, and exercises, we put the beginners in their own separate area away from the advanced because we try to get our clients to have the best of self-esteem. And stats show that when beginners work out in front of experts, they get a little anxious and they become less confident in their own skills. So including their own facility that allows them to work out in a place where they feel comfortable is a great way to help them feel more confident with their fitness goal.
Next, our warm-up. So why is a good warm-up important? So a good warm-up is important because it gets our body ready to exercise and gets the blood moving throughout the body. What does it do for the body? It essentially prepares the body for any sort of work that it's about to go through, by preparing those muscles and delivering oxygenated blood to those muscles to prepare them. So what are the risks of not doing a warm-up? The risk of not doing a warm-up are you could pull, strain muscles because they're not prepared to do this type of work, and could lead to even more serious type of injuries.
With our warm-up, we included a 5 to 10 minute workout on the treadmill, walking to get a full body warm-up, which is low impact so we don't stress or harm the body within the workout. After that, we included some dynamic stretches, and that's going to be suited for each individual client because each client has different contraindications. So examples would be spine twists, arm twists, hip circles. And then after that, we would be doing some static stretching, which is also suited for each individual client. And we would be focusing on the lower body and like muscles like the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and some of the lower back muscles, giving them that full body stretch that they need.
For seniors, doing things as simple as standing up, climbing stairs, reaching, and handling objects can prove somewhat challenging. As exercise professionals, it's our job to recognize this and prescribe exercises that will make doing such things easier. In the strength portion of the workout, we're going to be focusing on strengthening the muscles that are used in many daily activities so as to improve their quality of life. So the first exercise in this routine is squats. Squats are going to target your glutes, quadriceps, and hamstring muscles. Squats are also a good exercise in terms of functionality because seniors may struggle to execute this movement in daily life. For example, getting out of a chair or off a couch may prove difficult. Even getting out of bed can prove challenging for some seniors. So for this variation, we'll need a chair. Stand in front of the chair with your feet a bit more than shoulder width apart and arms straight out. Bend your knees and slowly lower your butt towards the chair for a 4 count. Pause at the bottom of the movement, then slowly rise back up to the starting position. Complete 10 reps, rest for 1 minute, then do another 10 reps. If this variation is too hard, you can place pillows on top of the chair in order to decrease the range of motion and strain each rep puts on the muscle. If this variation is too easy, you can use a chair with a lower seat, or you can not use a chair at all. The next exercise is wall push-ups. This exercise is going to target pectoralis major, anterior delts, and triceps. This is a modified version of the push-up that is going to be much easier for seniors to do, as it places a reduced load on the muscles while still effective at strengthening the same muscles as a regular push-up. Stand about an arm's length away from the wall with your feet shoulder width apart. Place your palms on the wall and lean your body towards it. Bend your elbows as you slowly lower your upper body towards the wall for a 4 count. Pause at the bottom of the movement, then slowly push your body back up to the starting position. Do 10 reps, take a 1 minute break, then complete another 10 reps. You can make this harder by placing your hands closer together, which will put more emphasis on your triceps, or by standing further away from the wall. To make it easier, simply stand closer to the wall. Next are calf raises. Calf raises are going to work the gastrocnemius and the soleus. They also help to restore balance and stability, which is very important when dealing with seniors. Stand in front of a chair or a counter and use it to help you maintain your balance throughout the exercise. Slowly push up as far as you can onto the balls of your feet for a 4 count. Hold the flex position for 2 to 4 seconds. Then slowly bring your heels back to the starting position for another 4 count. Complete 10 reps, rest for 1 minute, then do 10 more reps. This move is about as simple as it gets, so there's not really anything you can do to regress this exercise. However, a progression for this exercise would be to do it on a staircase. This is going to allow for more range of motion in the ankles, therefore increasing the muscle's time under tension. The next one is called finger marching. This exercise will work to strengthen the upper body and increase flexibility of the arms, back, and shoulders. Finger marching is a good exercise to do if you want to work on your reaching ability. This exercise involves 3 movements, and for the first one, you'll need a chair. Sit down and pretend there is a wall in front of you. Slowly march your fingers up the wall until your fingers are above your head. Hold that position and wiggle your fingers for 10 seconds. Then slowly walk your fingers back down. For the second movement, try to touch your hands behind your back. If you can, Try to reach the opposite elbow with each hand or as far up the other arm as you can get. If you can't reach your arms or your hand, you can hold a resistance band behind your back between both hands. Hold the position for 10 seconds. You should be feeling a stretch in your arms, back, and chest. For the third movement, intertwine your fingers and raise your arms so that they are parallel to the ground. Rotate your hands so that your palms face outward and bring your shoulders forward. Hold this position for 10 seconds. You should be feeling this one in your wrist and upper back. Repeat all 3 of these movements 3 times. The next exercise is going to work on grip strength. Seniors with arthritis may have trouble picking up things or keeping their grip on objects. This exercise will work to increase strength in their hands and reduce that hand stiffness that seniors may be feeling. For this, you'll need a racquetball, a tennis ball, or a stress ball. Slowly squeeze the ball as hard as you can and hold the squeeze for 3 to 5 seconds. Slowly release the squeeze, then take a short rest. Repeat the exercise 10 times, then switch hands. Do 2 sets of 10 squeezes with each hand.
So next for our cool down. So why do we need a cool down? So a cool down is very important because after we're done working out, our heart rate, blood pressure, and are going to be a little more elevated than normal. So a cool down helps us bring those back down to resting levels. And so how does it help us recover? So it helps us recover by moving the lactic acid that is built up in our muscles. It helps by doing a proper cool down, moves the blood to help remove that lactic acid from certain areas of your body and can reduce soreness and stiffness. So what kind of cool down will we be doing? So we'll be stretching the muscles that have been used in our workout. So again, for example, if we did an upper body workout, we'll be stretching our upper body, pectoralis, our shoulders, our back, that kind of idea. And we can do this either in dynamic or static setting. So flexibility. So why is stretching and flexibility important in seniors? It's important in seniors because of if we are very tight and stiff, we're more immobile and we can lose mobility in our joints and that type of thing, which is already a big problem for seniors as they age. So how can it benefit seniors? So by stretching and doing flexibility work, we can open up those muscles and help relieve pain in certain joints and help open those joints up to be able to move more freely and have a better quality of life. So some of the chronic diseases that we can help prevent or help cure is osteoporosis and scoliosis by if performing proper stretches to help retract our to open up our chest muscles and bring our shoulders back into a retracted state. We're able to really help relieve the pains that could come with those type of exercises. So one of the stretches that we will be performing is the ear to shoulder stretch. So you perform this stretch by bringing your ear down to your shoulder. You should feel a slight pull on the opposite side of your neck. You hold this stretch for 4 seconds, and then you'll bring your head back into a neutral position. You repeat this stretch 4 times on each side. And then we're going to do this in a very slow and controlled state. So no whipping action or anything to help prevent injury in the neck area. Next, we'll do a chin to chest stretch. So bring chin down to your chest, hold at the bottom for 6 seconds, and then bring your head back up to a starting position. And then repeat this motion 4 times. And then again, we're going to do this slowly and controlled to stop any injuries. So those 2 stretches are going to work your levator scapula, your upper traps, those type of muscles, and help open those up. Next, we'll go into arm circles. So have arms pointed straight out. Rotate in a clockwise circle for 8 reps. Once you're done that, then go into a counterclockwise circle for 8 reps. And we're going to do this for 3 sets. And that'll help open up our shoulder muscles and the shoulder joint to help with mobility. So straight arm fists. So we're going to put our arms out in front of our body parallel to the floor. Then we're going to simply make a fist and squeeze, and then extend our fingers out straight as possible. And we're going to repeat this motion for 3 reps. And what this does is it's going to help us gain that mobility back in our fingers, because as we know, seniors most likely have poor grip strength, and their fingers will probably hurt a little more because of that loss of cartilage. So by doing that, we'll be helping them regain that strength. And then we'll be doing, for the lower body, heel lifts. So we're going to start by staying seated with our feet flat on the floor. Then we're going to lift our heels off the floor. We're going to hold that for 2 seconds and then return to our starting position. And we're going to repeat this for 8 seconds. And this stretch works our gastrocnemius.